What is going on, guys? Les Beats bringing you back with a new video here for League of Legends tutorial. We're gonna be covering all this League of Legends champion for Riot League of Legends, and it's gonna be categorized, which is the whole champion A to Z, which we pretty much covered 6 champions at least, which was Aatrox, Arya, Kali, Alistar, Mumu, and Nivea. If you guys are interested of watching those videos, it's gonna be linked down below, and yeah, check it out, guys. And the champion we're gonna be covering today, which is Annie, we're gonna be covering her runes, masteries, abilities, and gameplay. And watch the whole thing, guys, and let go. So first thing we're gonna be covering on Annie here, which is the runes, which I have the full set of runes of her, but I didn't put the name, so it doesn't really matter. So let's go through this. So for greater mark of hybrid, for the greater mark, we're gonna be having hybrid penetration, which is 0.9 armor pen and a 0.62 magic pen, which is combines, or I think it's half. Let's see, yeah, it's all half, which is armor pen and magic pen. So you pretty much consume more damage in lane, and if you're against AD or AP. So yeah, that's it. Greater seal armor, we're gonna have that the full set, and yeah. For greater glyph of magic resist, we're gonna have the full set too, so that's 1.34 magic resist. And for quintuses, greater quintuses of ability power, we're gonna have the full set of ability power, which is 4.95. And let's go next through, and it's gonna be masteries. Second thing we're gonna be covering now for Annie is masteries. So we're gonna have 12 for ferocity, 18 for cunning, which the total points is 30, and if we revert it, that's 12 for 18. So for ferocity, we're gonna have 12, which is sorcery, feast, natural talent, oppressor. That's the whole set for that. For ferocity, which is 12, make sure of it. And second thing, cunning 18 points. We're gonna be having wanderer, so she can pretty much roam lanes and get to her lane more faster. And second thing is assassin. I don't get like what people always get biscuits, but it's not really that good thing. I just hate it, so I just get assassin. Just be more confident. And yeah. And we're gonna have Mercedes, dangerous game, precision, so you can have magic penetration and armor pen. And the last thing is Thunderlord's decree, so it pretty much creates more magic damage, or yeah, it's pretty much magic damage if you auto attack your opponent or use ability on them combo. It deals quite a bit of damage. So for Annie here, the first item we're going to be getting is Duran's Ring and 2 potion when you get in the game. So we're going to be covering her abilities now, so let's go through it. And the first thing we're going to be doing is her passive. So her passive is pretty much like every 4 spells, if you use one of your abilities, every 4 spells, the next target she uses her abilities on, it stuns them for at least 125 seconds in the beginning of the game, which is a pretty good thing for Annie, and it's really helpful if you use your one of your abilities and stuns them. So it's pretty good, a pretty good diverse ability to, or not ability, just a passive to actually help your team in team fights and stunning all your opponents. And now, second ability we're gonna be covering here is Disintegrate. This is pretty much like if Annie uses a fireball on opponents or minions, she pretty much throws a fireball, and it does magic damage. So if you last it with your Q, you gain mana back, which is half, like this, which you saw there. I gain mana back, so I'm not pretty much using any mana. And what you guys see in here in her bar, that's pretty much her passive. So if it goes through around 4, I think, it stuns them. It stuns the opponent, which is a pretty good thing to use like that. I can stun minions, stun opponents, anything, pretty much. And yeah, in lane, just last it with your Q, and it helps a lot, so you don't use your mana. So that's her stun. if you use another ability, that's pretty much your stun right there, like the texture around her whole thing, her whole body, which is, yeah. If you use ability, an opponent, which I'm gonna show you, never mind, he's getting out of here. Okay, so Anivia's here. I can use my ability. Okay, there. So it stuns them for 1.25 seconds, which is a pretty good thing. So third ability we're gonna be covering here is her E, which is called Molten Shield. She uses 20 mana and a 10-second cooldown, which this is pretty much shows. So if you use your ability, the Molten Shield, so she gets armor and magic resist back, and an opponent auto attacks you, you get a magic damage, and it pretty much damages their own self, which is a pretty good ability kit to actually to use. And yeah. Got him, yeah. I got her passive though, so that's pretty worth. Her Molten Shield, her E is pretty much not really long to talk about, because Annie grants herself on it, like, it pretty much, if Annie puts her Tibbers, which is her R, it gives Tibbers 60% of movement speed, which is pretty good, and auto attack. Yeah, that's pretty much her Molten Shield. So if she, so when Annie activates this Molten Shield, enemies who basic attack it, it creates magic damage. Wait, pretty much what this does, it deals magic damage around them. So next thing we're gonna be talking about now, her R is Tibbers, summon Tibbers. So if you press R, and it's this area damage. So if you have stun up like this, you can stun the whole area from that range, that circle thing that I showed you, which is a pretty good thing on Annie, and it helps a lot in team fights, and it deals a lot of magic damage, and Tibbers can even auto attack your opponents if you just control it by using alt. Yeah, by using alt and by clicking it with your mouse on opponents, which helps. It's pretty much like a third person thing. Like you don't really need to control it, but no, you actually control it, but it does its own auto attacks. But yeah, that's pretty much it with Annie. And we're gonna be talking about next is her team fights. So in team fights, what you guys want to do is focus this champion right here, this Anivia, and their ADC, which is the bot lane, whoever it is, Sivir. And yeah, just focus that. And the next thing, so talking about item wise on Annie, what you guys want to get first is Rod of Ages, because this thing contains mana, ability power, and health, which you can be really tanky in game, and it's really good. Second item is Luden's Echo. Third is shoes, sorcerer shoes. Fourth can be Zonias or Rabadons if you guys are really fed, and you can get Rylai's too, and Void Staff for late game. You'll do tons of magic damage, you know, for your Q, W, E, and ult, which is a good combo for team fights and stuns. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it around Annie. Hope you guys know all of her kits, which is, this is her Q. I'll show you guys again. It's a fireball. That's her Q. Her W is this, and her E is the shield, which shows the texture right there. And if a enemy champion now auto attacks you, it deals magic damage. You won't do any damage at all if I activate that, which is a pretty good ability on Annie. And her Tibbers is on cooldown right now, so I can't use it. It's just a bear that I summon, but it's a really long cooldown, which you use 100 mana and 120 seconds cooldown. And yeah, I just want to flash out of that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all of it of Annie, guys. Hope you guys enjoy this video. I'll make a new video for categorizing all the champions, which is the next champion we're gonna be doing is Ashe. And yeah, I think that's pretty much, I guess. I all covered of thing. Pretty much covered everything of Annie here, her gameplay, her team fights, item wise, abilities and runes, masteries, and etc. But yeah, I think that's pretty much, I guess. We'll see you guys in the next video for Ashe, ADC, bot lane, and put some descriptive stuff in the comment section below, and I'll put all this ideal elements of how to play Annie and below description, whatever. And check out my Instagram, my Snapchat, and I'm pretty much always on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't hesitate to hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video of Ashe. Peace, later, Les Beats out.
Oh, I never wanna let you go. Don't fly. Oh, I never wanna let you go. 'Cause people changing like the seasons, they never giving reasons. Was something